Hi, my name is Sean Butterfield. I'm with Senergy Petroleum. I've been in the industry for 10 years now, or a little over 10 years, and working primarily with maintenance personnel and reliability engineers in the power gen segment. So today we're going to talk about the costly evolution gap, mainly between mechanical equipment and lubricants that feed them. Of course, how turbine oils have evolved, transitioning into new technologies, and then what the future holds. So the industry is changing at a rapid pace. Efficiency, cost of ownership, and productive uptime is everywhere and is on everyone's to-do list. So how does that relate to turbines? Well, turbines themselves have become much more efficient over the years. Early turbines, 20-30% efficiency at best. As combined cycles grew in popularity, upgrades came. We have combined cycle plants now pushing the 65% efficiency range, which is pretty impressive. So the turbine oils themselves have not evolved as quickly as the components. Many of the products that were made 15, 20 years ago still meet the current specifications. So what has this done? This gap has left us with an issue of sludge and varnish that almost all of us have had to deal with at some point in our lives. So let's take a look at the evolution of these turbine oils. Let's take a look at how turbine oils have evolved. The last big shift in the turbine oil world was really 30 years ago when the industry as a whole moved away from Group 1s and into Group 2 base stocks. This move was to take advantage of the oxidation stability characteristics of the Group 2 base stocks. This of course had challenges with additive structures and antioxidants, and that was a struggle through the 1990s. As those chemistries became more prominent and plants started adapting them, noticed problems, stability of these antioxidants, especially at higher temperatures with new modern turbines coming into the world. And throughout the early 2000s, there was really a push to change the antioxidant packages to ones that are more stable at high temperatures, could really handle what the turbines were pushing. 2005 marked kind of a new era with deposit control. At this point, we've had almost a decade of Group 2 base stocks, varying degrees of success. And because of these varying degrees of success with the Group 2 base stocks, the most prominent downfall was deposit control. As these products oxidized, solubility was very low, and very quickly deposits would end up forming throughout the equipment. And then of course, in today's time, in 2020, there's a focus and a push for energy efficiency. Because of this timeline and because of how older plants switched, as newer plants came online, the majority of in-operation turbine oil today is still older formulation Group 2 base stocks. So what are the side effects of these older Group 2 formulations? Well, of course, oxidation, varnish, sludge. So what's the cost of these older formulations producing varnish and potentially tripping a turbine? And the truth is, it's quite high. A turbine trip can range from as little as $20,000 to $30,000 all the way up to $1 million, depending on the size of the facility and the output that it's producing. There's over 62,000 power plants across the globe. And depending on who the manufacturer is and who the reporting agency is, there's varying degrees of varnish-related problems. It can be as little as 30% all the way up to as high as 80% of these gas turbines having varnish-related occurrences. In 2019, Lubes and Greases reported that varnish is a $1 billion problem. So what have we been doing about it? Up until now, the quest for long life and low deposits has largely been achieved through varnish mitigation technology. Buying equipment, replacing filters, sourcing different media types for certain problems, chemical treatments, and additives. So what's the future? Right now, that's an interesting question and one that remains to have been proven out. But what is happening and where the market is going is solubility and solubility enhancers. What we do know is from Group 1s up through Group 4s, as oxidation stability increases, solubility decreases. This has been the rule for longer than I've been alive. Today there are Group 5s that claim high oxidation stability along with high solubilities. There's also several challenges with them. What's really interesting in the turbine oil market as a whole is everyone for the last five or so years has been developing solubility enhancers that take the readily available Group 2 base stocks, the high temp antioxidants that are already readily available, and developing solubility enhancers to really try to get the best of all worlds. So what's next? Increasing efficiencies. We've seen the demand on oil manufacturers to make thinner oils while maintaining film strength and protecting equipment. This is primarily in the transportation and automotive sectors. It's the most basic of lubricant principles. The largest reduction in friction is achieved when the lightest viscosity is used to create the separation. As soon as you go beyond that, friction is increased and efficiency is reduced. This is being brought to the turbine oil world for the first time in 2020 with the first GE approved 18 centistoke oil that's meant to be a drop-in replacement where the 32 was before. Are we there yet? No, not quite. With change comes challenge. It's really important for you to know who has changed formulations and left the names alone, and who has created new products altogether. Topping up with older generations with new formulations can cause problems. Switching to completely new formulations with new chemistries can also cause compatibility concerns. The most important thing, sampling. Sample on a regular basis. Trending is everything. One sample here, one sample there will not tell you a story. Getting the trend analysis on a regular basis is where the information is so powerful. But what's equally powerful is I can give you a good sample report with bad oil depending on for the test package that you choose to run. As oil and equipment have been evolving, take a second look. Make sure that test package is appropriate for both the equipment and the lubricant that you're looking at. When you are ready for a change, decontaminate the lube oil system. The easiest way to ruin new oil is to put it in a dirty system. Detergent-based cleaners have been the standard for quite a long time. However, with waste stream and environmental concerns, most companies are leaning away from these. With detergent-based cleaners, you have the waste oil stream from the turbine oil. You have the waste oil from the detergent, and then you have the waste from the flush oil. You can easily double or triple your waste stream going this route. The trend is to decontaminate the system using solubility enhancers. You're already disposing of the turbine oil that's in this system. Adding an additive that increases that solubility pulls those deposits back into solution, so when you're ready to dump, carries everything out with no additional waste stream. Here's a quick video of two of our field technicians performing a confined space tank cleaning in a lube oil system. They're scraping all of the deposits off of the ground that they can possibly get to ensure the quality of the new turbine oil going in on top. The most dangerous phrase in business, we've always done it this way. A lot has changed in the past 20 years. The knowledge is out there. Make an informed, educated decision when making a change. Turbine oils have lagged behind turbine advancement, increasing these varnish-related trips. Turbine oils have evolved, however the industry has been slow to adapt. Most important thing is decontaminate the system when upgrading. Modern turbine oils formulated to increase service life, reduce deposits, and increase efficiencies. Varnish mitigation technologies could very well be a thing of the past. And as we end here today, you can teach an old dog new tricks. The core of our power infrastructure in this country are older power plants. These older power plants can adapt and increase their efficiencies and revenues. Thank you for your time today. I hope you were able to take something away from this.